I was looking at a thing on Equestria Daily about the disturbing things in G1, and it got me thinking about the dark side of MLP. Eventually I was questioning how the Elements of Harmony works, or worked. Now I'm going to start by quoting two things that I drew a lot of these theories on. The first is a line from Star Wars: fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. The second is a Buddhist passage: there is no fire equal to anger, lust or greed, and ignorance. Think of it like the Force, although to avoid copyright I'll call it harmony energy. And all the ponies have harmony energy, but when they give in to the 7 deadly sins it turns into disharmony energy. Similar when a Jedi turns to the dark side, which is a good metaphor because when a Jedi goes down the dark side their mental state deteriorates and they think less rationally, like when Anakin became Vader. Trying to avoid spoilers. Now in MLP, Princess Luna became Nightmare Moon because she was bitter because the ponies played in Celestia's day and slept through the night, and she wanted her subjects to appreciate the night that she brought, thus turning her down the disharmonious path. Until Twilight and the rest of the main six used the Elements of Harmony on her, turning her disharmony energy back into harmony energy so she could become Princess Luna again. Of course the next question is, why does she need to be trapped in the moon for 1,000 years? Well, the only time previously that Celestia had seen the elements in action was when she and Luna turned Discord into stone, and she probably didn't want to see her sister as a statue for all eternity, so she probably sent her to the moon deliberately and then through the centuries researched ways she could revert Nightmare Moon back into her sister. But then when she did find the solution, why didn't she use it? There's an old saying, jack of all trades, master of none. We've seen Celestia use dark magic as well as any other spell, so she probably has the ability to use magic on the entire magical scale. A downside of that is it makes it harder for her to put power into her spells, like we saw in Canterlot Wedding, when Chrysalis was able to defeat Celestia in a magic duel. So my guess is that by the time she knew that the Elements of Harmony wouldn't turn Luna into stone, Celestia probably didn't have enough focused strength in her spells in order to operate them. Which is where Twilight and the main six come in, because Celestia needed a pony who was strong enough in magic and was able to focus that magic in order to use the Elements of Harmony, but then a unicorn isn't harmonious enough on their own, so she needed another unicorn as well as 2 Pegasi and 2 Earth ponies, who between them represented honesty, kindness, generosity, loyalty, laughter and magic. Although if they were used on someone who wasn't evil, the Elements of Harmony would turn them into stone, like we saw with Discord, because he was acting in accordance of his nature, even if his nature was to spread chaos and disharmony. And I'm guessing King Sombra was the opposite extreme of being too evil for the elements to work. Of course this is all just a theory, but if it is true then it would explain the character 180 we saw from Sunset Shimmer at the end of the first Equestria Girls film. Well, if it is true then another question is, was Celestia finding someone who could use the Elements of Harmony in time for Luna being released from the moon coincidence? Design? Or did Celestia have more students before Twilight and Sunset Shimmer?